Hello, are you interested in current events? Do you want to have a meaningful debate about the issues? Do you really know the pros and cons of today's controversies? In this video, we will explore our eSource issues and controversies, learn some tips and tricks about searching, and discover hundreds of hot topics included within. From the library's website at www.aclib.us, hover over the research menu at the top of the page. Then click on eSources. Another way to get there is by clicking on Research to open the research page, and you will see a link to the left of the page, Access Our eSources. Click on eSources. All of our online eSources are listed here in alphabetical order, and we will be scrolling down to and clicking on Issues and Controversies. If you are at home, you may need to type in your library card number and password to gain access. Once in, you will see the Scales of Justice logo at the top and Facts on File, Issues and Controversies. There are so many ways to search this eSource, so let's start at the top of the page. Notice the menu links for Issues, Curriculum Tools, Resources, and Sources. By clicking on Issues, you can view all issues A to Z. If you hover over Curriculum Tools, you will see Tools for Students, which covers subjects such as analyzing your source and for presenting your research, as well as others. Tools for Educators can help with assessing students' speeches, preventing plagiarism, and lesson plans, etc. Resources includes videos, court cases, editorial cartoons and questions, national high school debate topics, and information about past presidencies and presidential races. Under Sources, you will find all the news organizations, magazines and journals, groups and institutes, and government agencies that contribute to the information on this site. Now let's go back to the home page. From here you will always see thumbnail photos and links to the most recent controversial topics. You can either click on the thumbnail photo or the link to open information about that particular topic. You can also click on the slider, the right arrow, to see other current thumbnail topics, and you can click on the left arrow to scroll back through them. Now click on the All Issues by Subject button, which puts topics into broader categories such as crime, law, and judicial system, government and politics, energy and environment, and a host of others. Or you can click on the All Issues A to Z button, and you'll find the entire list of topics in alphabetical order. Under every topic, you will find pros, supporters argue, and cons, opponents argue. Pro and con statements are the main arguments focusing on each side of the controversy. Let's go to an example. From the All Issues A to Z, find climate change. You can either use the C or scroll down. Click on the link. This will open a quick 1 or 2 sentence overview of the topic, as well as a link to a more in-depth overview video and article. If we click on the arrow, top left of the page, we will go back to the issue page. Underneath the overview is a listing of all pro-con articles that somehow fall into this category of climate change. Now let's scroll down to the 4th article under Energy Policy, and called, Should the United States Increase Domestic Production of Oil and Natural Gas? Do you see it? Every article is based on a question and begins with a summary of the arguments for and against. Click on the title to open up the article. Once open, you will see first the pro-con article, plus many more menu items which may help you find the information you are looking for. On the left of the article These menu links help to subdivide the pro-con article into smaller bits. For example, let's click on chronology. This now gives you a listing of key events in the history of energy policy. If you click on further resources, for example, you will see where you can get more information on this topic. Above the article, you will see links to primary sources, media, infographics, editorials, and news. If you click on editorials or news, a new menu pops up on the right that will allow you to narrow your results. Go back to the article under Pro-Con Article. To the right of the word Introduction, and just above the article, you'll see a small button called Page Tools with a gear to the right. Click on the arrow to the right to view a pull-down menu. This menu offers some really great features, including print, save, download, share, citation, read aloud, and translate via Google Translate for more than 100 languages. Let's say you're writing a speech or a paper. Citation will easily allow you to cite by format, either MLA or Chicago Manual of Style. There's also a link called How to Cite, which offers more detailed information. Certainly a nice trick. Read aloud does just that. It reads the entire article out loud. So that's the quick tour. You should be able to find everything you need to understand an issue, assess each side of a controversy, and prepare for a debate, a discussion, research paper, or persuasive writing assignment. Hope you learned something today. Bye-bye.